If this video sounds a bit familiar, it's because we've only had this same event very recently. Today we're covering the second time we're doing the growth event in Pokemon Sleep, and we'll be taking a look at the volume 2 of the Pokemon growth bundles associated with this event. The idea of growth event is to help you level up your Pokemon quicker by either earning candies or getting more Sleep EXP. Now, no matter which area you go to, you can get these bonuses, and any team that you sleep with will get 1.5 times the Sleep EXP. The main decision you have to make is to see which area you want to go to for this event in order to maximize the benefit of 1.5 times the candies you get from sleep research. For example, if you want to raise your Beware to level 60, which is unlocking very soon, you might want more Beware candies. So then Lakeside would be a good idea. But if you're not sure which area has most of the candies that you need to farm, I would recommend using the Pokemon Organizer made by Nerth, and then you can jot down all the Pokemon whose candies you're still after into this list here under location, and then see which area has most of the species that you're after. Of course, with green grass, it may seem like there's a lot of species that spawn there, but they do get diluted as a result. I'll leave a link to this Pokemon Organizer in the comment section below. You just need to make a copy for yourself in order to edit it. But my gut feeling tells me that most people will be going to Lakeside in the growth week. And that's because a lot of good Pokemon spawn there, including Dratini, who's a pseudo legendary which is very hard to farm candies for. Stuffle's great, especially with level 60 release. Ralts is good, and then we've got the new Paldean Pokemons, Sprigatito and Quaxly. And of course there's also Dedenne. Now I've got 3 tips for you guys regarding this event. Number 1 is you either only do 1 sleep or you do 2 sessions, but you make your nap longer, because the event's candy bonus, the 1.5 times candy, only applies to the first session of the day for the entire week. So if you do a really short nap, you only get 1.5 times the multiplier of candies on a few spawns. Your long session not getting the 1.5 times the multiplier, you might be losing out on candies. Now I know in the last event I suggested that you only do 1 session a day to maximize the 1.5 times the multiplier on the candy, but doing 2 sessions probably ends up giving you more candies anyway because of more spawns and the fact that higher sleep styles don't scale that well for candies. They do for dream shards, but not for candies. So more spawn count, generally speaking, should give you more candies. We just don't have a sliding scale to see how long a nap should be to maximize the candy count. So all I can say is make your nap as long as possible, of course not compromising your sleep energy recovery. The second tip is, of course, you can use your growth incense to further increase the sleep EXP you earn. But this sleep EXP multiplier is not bigger than what happens during a good sleep day. So you should actually save your growth incense for a good sleep day if you're short on them. Do be aware though, if you're napping, you're doing 2 sessions a day, then it'll actually cost you double the growth incense to get the same outcome. So if you're trying to stack your growth incense and you're trying to minimize the use of growth incense, then doing 1 session a day might make sense for you. And the third tip is you can use your Pokemon incense in order to get extra candies. So use it on the nap session if that's your first session of the day, because you'll earn 1.5 times the candy for that incense. It probably doesn't beat the value of using an incense during a legendary event, so make sure you hang on to some incenses, especially water incenses for the upcoming Suicune event, so that you can get some extra legendary mains when that happens. Now, how good is the value on the Pokemon growth bundles? The last time we had growth bundle, you could get 3 of them, but only 1 option was available. We had Handy Candy, Growth Incense, and Great Biscuits. This time we have 3 different choices in terms of diamond cost. We've got the S bundle, M bundle, and L bundles. As usual, the numerical value that I'm going to give you guys isn't as important as what you actually need or want from these bundles. If you don't want Dream Cluster and you don't want Growth Incense, this bundle is not worth it for you. The first time we had Growth Bundle, it was valued at 39% discount if I included everything in the bundle. This time they range from 39 to 43% discount, with Bundle L being the best numerical value. Now, personally, I've actually bought way too much Growth Incense from the last few events, so I don't actually need any more Growth Incense. So to me, right now, these are actually not worth very much. So I'm just going to remove them from the valuation. To me, Dream Cluster is also currently useless. I have way too many Dream Clusters that I can't use, and I have nowhere to use them. So personally, the only thing that's actually worth buying from these bundles is the Bundle L. I can always stack more handy candies for my future investments, so with a 33% discount, it's quite a good purchase. Let me know where you guys are going for the Growth Week event. And remember, this time we don't need to worry about area bonus. If you really want to go to Greengrass Isle, just be aware that with Greengrass, there's so many species that spawn there. Anything that you do want might get diluted heavily, so you might not actually farm a lot of candies of the specific things that you need. So I would still recommend avoiding Greengrass and choose one of the other areas, particularly considering Lakeside, especially with Pseudo Legendary spawning there. But if you're after more for Cocoa candies and Larvitar candies, Taupe Hollow is also a good one. I'm not a big fan of hunting rare Pokemon for candies like Absol because I feel like it's probably easier to just invest handy candies in things like Absol, Delibird than actually trying to find them during the Growth Week for the 1.5 times multiplier. Thank you for watching, guys. If you have any questions, you let me know in the comments section below.